Victoria Beckham opened out about the one health issue that made her feel so uncomfortable and damaged her confidence when she was younger. The 50-year-old talked to The Telegraph about her struggle with acne both before and after her Spice Girls days, stating that she was unable to smile in photos because of the loss of confidence it caused. "Probably I did look stern in a lot of pictures, but I was so uncomfortable," she said to the magazine. "It was because of my skin that I became very careful about what I ate." In order to improve her skin, she stopped eating meat completely when she was 8 years old. Later, she also stopped eating wheat. In an interview with the River Cafe Table 4 podcast, her husband, football player David Beckham, made a joke about how he had only ever seen her eat grilled fish and steamed vegetables since he first met her. The mother of 4 now exudes self-confidence, particularly in light of her own fashion and cosmetics brand's phenomenal success. "Have I ever sifted through every comment made about me before? Most likely, however," she told The Telegraph. "I simply don't have the time right now. If you told me a few years ago I'd step onto a red carpet to pick up an award wearing only a bit of concealer and no foundation, I'd have thought you were mad, but that's what I did last week," she said. Avoiding stress is another way Posh Spice looks after her skin. You wonder how she does this. "By not taking on anything I genuinely don't think I can do," she said. "Oh, and by not preparing food," Harper said. "It's probably best for everyone if I don't burn water because I can." Victoria added that while her 13-year-old daughter Harper is a tomboy, she has every skincare product under the sun and places a high priority on the health of her skin, proving that she is not the only Beckham family member who is concerned with skincare. Like a daughter, like a mother. Brooklyn, the 25-year-old son of Victoria and David, is also carrying on his mother's business legacy by launching his culinary company, Clout 23, which has 2 varieties of spicy sauce. "I see a lot of me in him," she stated during the interview. Brooklyn was obsessed with every detail, even the bottle's cap and contents. "It's difficult for him. However, I have advised him to have patience. Take a look at how long it took me to arrive." Victoria shares Romeo, 22, Cruz, 19, Brooklyn, and Harper with the football star. As the years pass, the fashion mogul's company continues to grow in popularity, and it appears she has no immediate intentions to stop. "If I get that far, I really hope so," she said in response to the question of whether she could imagine herself continuing to work at 97. "Then I'll need some very nice items. Go ahead and do it." Here's a creative take on Victoria Beckham revealing a personal health struggle, exploring her vulnerability, resilience, and the lessons she shares. If you'd like a shorter or more specific vision, let me know. Victoria Beckham opens up about the health challenge that changed her perspective. In a rare, deeply personal moment, fashion icon Victoria Beckham revealed a health issue that had plagued her for years, making her feel so uncomfortable. Known for her polished demeanor and perfectionist image, the former Spice Girl and global entrepreneur has rarely let the world in on her vulnerabilities. But during a candid interview with Vogue, Victoria shared her struggle with a condition that not only impacted her personal life, but also tested her self-confidence. The glamorous facade. To the outside world, Victoria Beckham seemed untouchable. The sleek designs of her fashion label, her elegant red carpet appearances, and her enviable family life with David Beckham and their 4 children, Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper, painted the picture of a woman who had it all. But beneath the surface, Victoria had been grappling with an issue that she managed to keep hidden from the public eye. "It's something I've been dealing with for years," she confessed. "It started subtly, but over time, it began to affect my day-to-day life and how I felt about myself." The silent struggle. The condition in question? Chronic skin inflammation and rosacea. Victoria explained that her skin would flare up unpredictably, often during high-pressure situations like fashion shows or public events. "I'd wake up some mornings with red, irritated patches on my face," No amount of makeup could completely cover it, and I feel so exposed. Victoria described the emotional toll it took on her. I'd walk into meetings or step onto the runway feeling like everyone was staring at my skin instead of listening to what I was saying. It made me feel so uncomfortable, and at times even question my confidence. The turning point. For years, Victoria tried to manage the condition with over-the-counter creams and DIY remedies, but nothing seemed to work. I was doing everything I could think of, changing my diet, drinking more water, avoiding certain skincare products, but the flare-ups kept happening. The turning point came during a family trip to the Maldives. Victoria shared that a severe reaction to sun exposure left her face red and swollen for days. That's why I realized I couldn't just ignore it anymore. I needed professional help. Seeking solutions. Victoria turned to dermatologists and wellness experts, determined to find a solution. Through extensive testing, she learned that her rosacea was exacerbated by stress, certain foods, and harsh skincare products. I had to completely overhaul my routine, she said. I started using gentle, fragrance-free products and incorporated ingredients like ceramides and niacinamide to calm my skin. She also adopted a more mindful approach to her diet, cutting back on sugar and processed foods and focusing on anti-inflammatory options like salmon, avocado, and leafy greens. I've always loved food, but this experience taught me how much what you eat impacts your skin and overall health. The emotional impact. While the physical symptoms began to improve, Victoria admitted that the emotional scars took longer to heal. When you're in the public eye, there's so much pressure to look perfect all the time. This condition forced me to confront my insecurities and realize that it's okay not to be flawless. She credited her family, especially David, for their unwavering support. David was incredible through it all. He'd remind me that my worth isn't tied to how I look, and that real beauty comes from confidence and authenticity. Sharing her journey. Victoria decided to go public with her story after noticing how many people struggled with similar issues. I've had so many fans and customers tell me about their own skin challenges. It made me realize how common this is and how important it is to talk about it. She began incorporating her learnings into her beauty brand, Victoria Beckham Beauty, focusing on creating products that cater to sensitive skin. I wanted to make something that I wish I'd had when I was struggling, products that are gentle, effective, and make you feel good about yourself. Lessons learned. Reflecting on her journey, Victoria shared some powerful lessons. Listen to your body. Your body is always telling you something. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Seek help and take the time to figure out what's going on. Embrace imperfection. We live in a world that celebrates perfection, but true confidence comes from embracing your flaws and owning your story. Prioritize self-care. As women, we often put everyone else's needs before our own, but taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. A new chapter. Today, Victoria's skin is healthier than it's been in years, but she's quick to point out that her journey isn't over. Rosacea is something I'll always have to manage, but I've learned how to work with my skin instead of against it. She hopes that by sharing her story, she can inspire others to prioritize their health and embrace their imperfections. If my journey can help even one person feel less alone, then it's worth it. As Victoria continues to lead her thriving fashion and beauty empire, she does so with a renewed sense of purpose and authenticity. Life isn't about being perfect, she said with a smile. It's about being real, and that's something I'm finally comfortable with. This intimate revelation adds yet another layer to Victoria Beckham's inspiring legacy, proving that even the most glamorous figures face challenges, and that strength lies in vulnerability.